Hi, it's Rachel and welcome to my channel. This is my March update for my cross stitch. I've worked on a number of projects this month because I've had, like a lot of people, a bit more time on my hands. I have been working largely from home. All the UK schools are technically closed. Most are actually open on a rota basis, which is what my school's been doing, so you don't have to go into work every day. But we are uploading lessons online as an alternative. I'm not sure how long that's going to go on for, but at the moment it's Easter break anyway, so not doing that right now. Okay, so projects I've worked on then. We'll start with Merejka. This is my Daffodils project. And I'm not sure where this was last time. I did put a fair amount of time into this, although a lot of that time was spent on back stitching, which obviously doesn't show in terms of how much the project has grown especially, but it does have detail. So I think I spent about half a day doing back stitch on, there was I think about half this daffodil to do, and then this one here, a few other bits and pieces, and then I finished this leaf, and this is the ground area here and here, and then there's some little pansies or violas there and there that I've been putting in. So it's coming along. I really like this one. It's on a 32 count Murano in a kind of like a slate blue colour, which isn't the kit fabric. The kit fabric is a 16 count in practically the same colour, but I just like the effect on a 32 better. So that was Merejka. The next one is one of my digital downloads. This is called Key to the World, and that is what it will look like when it's finished. I did quite a lot on this one too. It's also on a 32 count Zweigart Murano. So last time you saw it, I'd done the bird's head and some of this yellow stitching, but I did a lot more yellow stitching. This is the top of the lighthouse and then the little house there. I think this is a clock, maybe. Let's see the pattern. Yeah, there's a, hang on. There is a clock there, just below that house. So it's coming on nicely. I really like this project. And I think it's going to look really good when it's done. Especially when all the back stitching is in as well, because it's looking good already, but there's absolutely no back stitching so far. So that is that one. Then let's see. Oh, next one is my Dimensions Simple Treasures. So last time you saw it, I'd done most of the top, the long shell here, the sand dollar, the snail shells, the sun, and part of the, or most of the scroll. This time I worked on the starfish for a Magical Stitches challenge where you had to stitch a sea creature, I think. I'm not sure, I can't remember what the challenge was, but I think that's what it was. So there's some progress on the starfish. He's not finished, but I think we maybe needed 200 or 300 stitches, so that's what I put in. My needle minder's over the top of the sun. And this one's going to get worked on again this month, because I think we have to do something to do with the sea again, or sea creatures. So that's on my list for this week's homework. Then I worked on Another Dimensions kit. This is Wreath of All Seasons. Didn't do a whole lot on this one, but made some progress. I think I put maybe 200-300 stitches in again. So I was working over this area. So I filled in this red part here, and more of the autumn section, the kind of leaves and flowers and things. I can't remember exactly which bits I did, but a couple of hundred stitches anyway, so it's moving along slowly. And then I also worked on this one, which is another digital download. It's by Vitaliya Mishchuk. She has a shop on Etsy. It's called Star Cats. And now, I might need to just move my ground guard on this one a little bit. So I've had to scroll it up. The moon is hiding under there. So I put the third star there, which wasn't done. I did quite a lot of work on this cat and some on this one and those white stitches. Maybe I put something in on the moon as well, I can't quite remember. But I could easily finish this one if I put my mind to it. And I might well do that this month. I'm not sure. I don't know if anybody else thinks the same when they're doing Magical Stitches challenges, that they should hold back stitches in case they need them for something. So I'm thinking, well, I don't have anything else with moon and stars on, so maybe I shouldn't finish it in case I need to put stitches in something. I don't know. It's probably a silly thing to think, but anyway, maybe I'll finish it, maybe I won't. We'll see if anything comes along. And then I have 2 new starts. I think I talked about both of them. I know I have 3 new starts actually. I talked about 2 of them at least. Right, so the first one, this is by Anna Petunova. And there's a series of 4 seasonal doors, and I needed to start this for the year-long challenges in Magical Stitches. I'd already pulled it out as one I wanted to start. But I also needed it for, I think it was a homework that said you needed to stitch something that was part of a series where there was at least 3 parts. So there's 4 of these doors and that fitted quite well. Not done a huge amount of progress on it. I think I just did the minimum stitches. So yeah, not very much to see. There's the background a bit there, and then that's a leaf, which kind of looks like nothing right now because there's no back stitch or anything. That will also get some work this month because I'm going to use it for this week's homework at least, and I'm sure it'll fit in with some other challenges. And there's always the year-long challenge that I wanted to do that piece for, but I haven't yet completed, and that's 500 stitches, so it will make some progress. Then next, this one you've not seen because I actually bought this specifically for a challenge. So we needed something that had either bats, a monkey, or a dinosaur on it. Well, I don't particularly want to stitch anything with a dinosaur on, so that was out. I haven't seen anything with monkeys on that I particularly like, so bats was the other option. So I did a little search on Etsy and I found this one that I really liked. It's called Courage Potion. And there's a series of maybe, I think there's 5 in total of these bottles with different things in. And I've done actually quite a lot on this one. I used it for the Bath's homework, and then I used it for a couple of other things, and then I also used it for some penalty stitches on this week's homework. So for a new start, I think I've accomplished a fair bit. So this is how it's looking. And I've done some of the back stitch as I've been going, so the little ghosts at the top and the clouds, vapour, I'm not sure what they are, but I've backstitched those as well. It's on 28 count Lagana, just in white. So I was really pleased with that. So that is that one. And the last thing I worked on is this one here, which is Fairytale Village, no, Fairytale Town, sorry, if you buy it from Abris Art, or it's called A Green Village if you buy it from Dome, both of which are Russian or Ukrainian companies. And this is the one that I said last time is really quite a large project, as in the length of it is about 5 foot long. It's 900 stitches across, so I've started it. Really enjoying it, love working on it, and I've put quite a lot of stitches in. It's on 32 count, remember, so there is quite a lot there. So that is the first house. It looks a fair bit until you compare it to the chart. So it's that very first house just there, and it's only part of it, so we've got a real long way to go, but I really like how it's coming out. So if anybody's interested in this one as well, I know a couple of people asked me about it last time. There is now a kit on Etsy that I've seen, so it's the same person, the one that I was watching that then got sold, and I didn't get that one. They seem to have another one, so it looks like they must get them in now and then. So if you do a search on either, I think it's the Abris Art one that they have, so if you search Fairytale Town on Etsy, you may find that. And then the only other thing I've got to share is a few charts that I bought. So I've got the digital ones, so I've just printed off the covers. This one is another Vitaliya Mishchuk. It's the same person that designed the Star Cats. And this one, did I buy this from? I'm not sure if I bought this directly from her Etsy or from Lola Lotta Shop. I can't quite remember. But I really liked that one. And then this one, this is Cute Patterns by Maria. She was having a sale and I got this one. And then I also found a shop that's new to me. I've never seen anyone stitch anything from this shop or even mention them, but they have all these little animals that are kind of watercolour effect. So I got this little bunny. I also got, they had a leopard cub as well, which I've not printed that one off. In fact, I might be able to show you because I've got my Kindle here, but whether it'll, we'll see if, oh, there we go. There we go. So that's the other one that I got. I just think they're really cute. So the shop is called The Little Stitchery on Etsy, if anybody's interested. They've got about 40 different ones and they're all really cute, a bit pricey. I waited until she had a sale. She had a 50% off sale. They all have about 50 colours, so I should imagine they're a little heavy on the confetti, but we'll see how it goes and I'll let you know how the patterns work as soon as I start those. There's no immediate plans to, it's just that they had that sale and I'd had them on a watch list from when I found the shop. So we'll see whenever I get around to those. I think that's everything for today. I hope everyone's doing okay. They're surviving the various lockdowns. It's very surreal, isn't it? It's probably something we'll never see again in our lifetimes. Well, hopefully not. Yeah, let's hope that everybody stays safe. Our Prime Minister is currently in hospital in intensive care, which is very sad, and I don't know, it's just very strange, very surreal, and quite stressful, I should imagine, to most people. Yeah, let's not dwell on that. Okay, so let's just think about the positives in that a lot of people have got more stitchy time. So I wish you all a happy stitching month and stay safe. All right, goodbye.